Alright, so go back to the league race this time with TTML for round number 5 here at Hungary. So, yeah, heading into this one, I was optimistic but possibly of a good result. The pace isn't amazing here, but it's consistent, so that's really what I'm looking at more so. And yeah, trying to avoid penalties. There's the setup. It's stable enough, so
no need to worry.
you know it's fine. It will do the job. I know it's worked, kind of. So yeah, we'll dry weather. So dry race, dry qualifying. So happy days. I want to take you on board on the worst lap, not the best lap, the worst lap you've ever seen around this track. So I'm going to take you through this one. This is like a cold lap. And I want everything I do in this lap, I want you to not do. So don't go out with 610 level wings for a start. Make sure it's at 7. Make sure you miss the apex at turn 1. Good start on the throttle DRS. That's fine. It was fine, I guess. Heading towards turn 2. Again, I want you to miss that apex again and get on the power way too late and go to 4K when you should really be in third. Heading up towards turn number 4. Again, crucial entry. I want you to miss the apex again completely and almost run wide off the track. Excellent stuff. Now I want you to go through turn 5. Relatively decently okay. Chicane. Excellent. So important to not hit the apex and lose the back end. I'll hit the apex, and I lost the back end. So that was half and half there. Decent speed through this next complex. Again, not too bad. Great lap so far. Right-hander, want you to miss that one as well and go really wide. Have to get off the throttle a bit, I think, as well, and almost invalidate your lap as well. Again, third last corner, I want you to miss that apex too, for good measure. And second to last corner, again, I want you to, again, miss the apex as well, not drift in as much as you need to. And for the last turn, I'm going to need you to drift extra wide and get on the throttle way too late. So that is going to end up as a 1 minute 15 dead. An excellent lap there. So I did go out for another run. I got another one last run in. It was a 14 flat. It's very poor. I think my PB is like a 13.6 or something. I can't even remember. But yeah, honestly, it just wasn't there at all. So it's P16. It was a pretty rough reality check. I only did 2 runs in quality. I wanted to leave a set of tyres for the race because you never know what quite could happen here. So, yeah, pretty disastrous qualifying, all things considered. So, anyways, into the race, it's going to be mediums to hards. That's what we're going to try and do. I've never been able to achieve the strategy at all. So, because safety cars come out every which turn. But regardless, we're going to try and do it again here and see how we get on. So, yeah, P16. Surely we can only go up. So, I was on 7 wing that last run. So, for whatever consolation that made for my 14 flash. Anyways, here we go then. 5 red lights. And away we go. Again, no, my wheel naturally turns left, like because the base isn't quite centered. So it's hard to explain, but not a bad start nevertheless. So it means I understeer. I'm turning left before I even get going, which is why I get oversteery and have a poor start. So a bear start here. Nice little gap emerged on the inside line there. So I took that position. Took a bunch of positions there, and Tom has already lagged out. So we're going to get through his car pretty easily as well. So we're going to make up 5 places, which is my best start for a very long time. Worked out very nicely. We got ahead of Sean on the hards. I think we are the leading car mediums, I think, as well. So this has worked out excellently well. So a great start here. Nothing else really doing on lap 1. Lap 3, however, Secret de Gillet is going to have a moment, more than a moment. He's round, he's out of the race. And the safety car is going to be deployed. Now, on medium tyres, this early, this actually is okay. If it was 2 laps later, disaster. But this, I think, can work because I want to go to lap 16 or so anyway on my mediums. So I'm happy. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to stay out. I think because it's too early to shift. Again, 3 or so laps later, and the safety car comes out, then you can pivot. I think and be okay. And you might have to do that on a set of mediums. But I thought, you know what, those guys are going to be on hards or so to the end of the race. I am going to take the track position. So I think everyone's on the soft pitch except for Simply Superman up here. So. Some guys like probably like Stevie G and Brandon and Sean and such who started on harder compound tyres. We're going to stay out and yeah, go for it. So basically, here we go then. Again, if you've known me or watched me, you know that I feel very strongly about people driving under safety cars. So hoping this won't be too bad from Superman. So let's find out, shall we? So. Again, back in the pack up. Again, I want to, because I'm literally the car behind, I want to get a good run. I actually thought he bolted here. It looked like he did. Apparently not. I don't know. Maybe you could tell me if that was actually if that was stopping and then going. But Anyways, I'm obviously half a second
Yes, and
behind,
another
Stevie
long
G right
string
behind
from
me,
Enigma Train was inside.
and yeah, initially just going to defend that, but he doesn't go by. So yeah, we're going to stay in P2. These next few laps were just him wearing out his softs, so eventually that did happen. And lap number 8, we're within DRS. We're more within DRS. His tires are
Yeah, just
definitely
make sure
gone.
everyone's
So
tires are
there
going.
are some people a bit
Um,
behind who went on to mediums, so they're going to be doing their stop anyway. So other guys are going hard. So we'll have a tire advantage. And the other thing is, hopefully there's a bottleneck being created by slower guys, and obviously with people being compared to the people who just pit, and obviously with the track being so difficult to overtake here, it creates a situation where we at the front here get to pull away a bit, and the guys who have got more pace but can't quite get by because there's a DRS train get stuck behind. So that's what we're hoping for, really. And simply Superman pits
he's
lap 9.
DRS now for
So I've got DRS to defend this lap, but Stevie G's got more pace,
defending.
so there's nothing I can really do
Found the
to
car
defend
to go
this
wide
long
within
term.
6
So
seconds.
I've got one warning at this stage. I would pick up a second warning by the end of by lap 11. So I've done 30 plus laps on 2 warnings before. I could do it again if I need be here. So in this situation, so not too bad, not too big of a deal. It does affect you a little bit, but you know it's easy. It's better to just take the pain rather than take a penalty. Lap number 11. So this is a lap now. Stevie G, I'm going to attempt to defend from this time around. It's going to be a bit futile though. So anyways, he's going around the outside. He's going to have DRS heading up towards turn 2 as well. That's the other thing as well. So I get a good exit here, considering a good exit here. Bit of overtake, bit of rich. He's got the inside line. Going to hang around the outside as best we can. Good racing here, leaves plenty of space. He left too much even. He got himself a penalty on the outside. There's plenty of space for him, but of course hard to judge that.
Yeah, just seen it.
But yeah, he gets the move done, and he would eventually end up pulling away for the gap he needs, basically, all things considered. So there is lap 16. I thought about pitching this lap. I wish I had. You see Flores there, 7 seconds behind. He's got a nice big of cars behind him, but he pits this lap then. So I should have gone into the pits this lap myself, but I wanted to just get these hards as fresh as I could. Felgen, who was reserving again this week, pitted the lap before for an undercut, so I decided to stay out anyways. He was a few seconds back, so I thought, yeah, be fine. Lap 17. So as advertised, we lost a bit of time to some of the guys behind, like Hansen and such. But anyways, we're going to come in this lap and put on the hard compound tires to go to the end of the race. So again, these guys have been running on there since lap 3. So you know, it's a big difference here. I felt like this is worth it this time to go for this difference because yeah, it's a big amount of difference in laps, so it might mean something. Anyways, out we come. Could be ahead of Felgen, so happy days. And I think it's like it ended up being like 1.4 seconds, but eventually ended up pulling out this gap. So yeah, happy days. It's about 1.5 or so, but consistently then I ended up pulling away the gap to about like 2 seconds, and it was like 2.5 seconds in the end as well. So yeah, just settle in. Let the tyres get up at the scrub, just don't get a penalty, and keep going from there. Lap 20, so more just some people coming into the pits. Langfell and his hards, you start from the back. He comes in and yeah, puts on a set of the soft, medium compound tyres. Of course, soft wouldn't go that far. Johnny pitted under that first safety car for a set of mediums. He's going for another set of mediums. I was hoping he'd be a little bit further behind than this, though. That's the problem, and he comes out and he's about 4 seconds behind. So yeah, I was like, oh no, that's not good. He's going to probably get me here. So look, Johnny's a high riser, so you know, if I could be close to him, then we're going to finish quite high here. So that's the way I try to look at it, at least. Sean came in then. He started on hards as well, as we know. He stretched the hards out to the soft compound tires. So yeah, there's a big gaggle of cars in front there. You see where Stevie G is as well. And we're closing up to that gap because now they're all bottlenecked, and we have fresher tires. Like me and CVG, we have fresher tires. So yeah, we're in a really good spot here for some good results. So just gonna keep pushing. Tires are feeling good. Pace was decent, much better. I think I'm much more happy with the pace on these hards than I was on the mediums. Jabu spins there. He's in the barrier, and the safety car is out. Now these guys in front are on old tires. I am on relatively decent tires. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to take track position here. Because there are people behind me who don't have penalties. There are people behind me who are on similar tyres to me. Some people with a bit fresher tyres. And hence people that everyone here is pitting have to come through as well. So I've got, I say protection. They're not obviously doing me any favours, but I say protection as in like, I've got people behind me who, you know, are going to protect me in the sense that those other guys have to get by them first before they get to me. and it's difficult to overtake around here. So that's how I felt about it. So I'm in third place now, and I'm not stopping. And there's plenty of people behind me who are not going to be very easy to pass, despite being on soft tires. And so those soft tires might even go to the end anyways. Jane, just on the safety car here, Jane disconnected and rejoined, and then his car ends up ghosting back in front of me as he rejoins. So he gives me back the place here. I do have a 5-second penalty. So that penalty was removed. So, but at this moment in time, yeah, I'm just trying to gear up for a safety car restart here. Kiki is leading ahead of Stevie G. He's got no pens. I have a 5-second penalty that should be removed. There's, again, like Felgen, Jane, Sean. These guys didn't have penalties, so this is why I didn't want to pit. So anyways, here we go. Slow back up. And go out of the last corner. Ready? Ready? Go. Right? No. Stop. And then go. Absolute disaster. So flipping Langfell is going to go through all of us here because he hasn't had to stop as me and Stevie G have. A horrible restart. And then Johnny comes down my inside. Sandwich. And contact, trying to compose myself, and now all of a sudden that protection I had behind is now gone. I am now right in the jaws of everyone on the softs, and the car's understeering. I do have wing damage, so yeah, absolute disaster struck in about 4 seconds. Lap 28, so there that lap, Tom loses out of the last corner. I do well to avoid that, and do well to avoid a penalty, to be honest, because yeah, had to get the hell out of Dodge there. But yeah, honestly, like, Kiki was given a 15-second or so penalty for that post-race. He didn't have any footage for that. It did look like he set off and then stopped. He says otherwise, but of course he's no proof. So yeah, pretty dodgy stuff. A lot of people got screwed by that. There's incidents behind when that happened. It was very stop-start stuff. It wasn't great. So yeah, another example of a poor safety car restarting. There's the moment I discovered I had wing damage. I didn't realize at first because it didn't pop up, but I do have damage. So not only now am I in a situation where I've got wing damage again for the last 7 or so laps, it's yeah, same situation as Canada, basically. A really good result, possibly on the cards, and yeah, disappears because yeah, the dive bomb from Jane, it's not really a big deal. You know, it was a racing incident, and that's fine. I spoke with Jane after the race about it. We both agreed that the problems lie with Kiki and Langfell. We felt at that moment, so. But like Canada, though, we're going to get overtaken here by people. Well, I have got wing damage, so, and they've got a combination of for full downforce and softer tires. So, yeah, and we're kind of falling away a bit here now. There goes Jabu, and David is going to be next. And you see all these penalties in front, man, and it's tough. It's tough. I do think I had a really good chance of a podium, because even if those guys so say for example that safety car restart went normally, would those guys have overtaken all those guys to get up to me? Maybe, yeah. But I'm convinced that it takes them long enough to get by, that there's not enough time to pull out a ton of time for penalties. So I definitely think a podium was up for grabs here today at the very least. Vapor Lion ghosts, or no, he doesn't ghost, he loses the back end and then resets the track. So I was right there. That could have been really bad. If the ghosting system hadn't actually worked in my favour that time, that would have only added insult to injury. But yeah, lap 35, here we go then, end of the race. A very mixed feeling here. Langfell's literally won from the back. Langfell was behind me on the safety car restart. Yeah, Jane's finished second. He was also behind me on the safety car restart. So yeah, it's pretty rough stuff. But anyways, it's going to be P6 across the line after penalties and such are all applied. It's going to be P6 there as well. So yeah, again, given the circumstances, you're not too upset, because, you know, a lot of carnage happened. I got to the flag. I don't think the incidents I was involved in were my fault. So, you know, and the stewards agreed with that. So it was racing incident for the wing damage at turn 1. Kiki was given the penalty for his safety car antics. So, yeah, I feel pretty decent that I did the best that I could despite the circumstances. I felt a podium, P4, could have easily been up for grabs, but sadly, just like last week, it didn't quite work out. So, disappointed, of course. Very disappointed the last 2 races, how they unfolded. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. So, yeah, disappointing, but again, could have been worse, I guess, in the end. So, yeah, P6 in the end. Here are the standings. Still in 5th place, still been a good shout there for 3rd. Still decently close to the top of the standings as well. Superman's not that far away, all things considered. So, again, I do leave Canada and Hungary feeling, yeah, I should be third. I should be closer towards the front. But yeah, you know, I think damage limitation, both races. China just isn't the track for me. So to get fifth place there, you know, was decent as well. So yeah, I was hoping to make up a little bit for China at Canada and Hungary, and disappointing that yeah they weren't quite as much as they should have been. But again, I think it could have been a lot worse as well. So yeah, pretty hectic stuff. The stewards report was absolutely mad for this one. It was a rough one. Like, I'm Div 3 admin, and this was tough to see the carnage that unfolded here. Again, all basically after that safety car. So disappointing for lots of different reasons, personally and for my own race and just in general. So yeah, hopefully for next week will be a better week. And it is going to be, what track is it next week? I actually don't even know. Is it Singapore? I honestly can't remember. Let me check. No, it's Belgium. Belgium next. So yeah, hopefully a better outing there. I do like that track, and hopefully it'll be good to me. So yeah, thanks for watching, and till next time.